Flame strokes hit the screen like a heartbeat. Teek Fox in the zone, can't skip a beat. Tutorials blaze and spark the art. Digital canvas, when a legend start.
Welcome. I'm me. I'm just using the Symmetry. So this is what we're going to be showing today. I'm just showing you how it kind of works. So let's get into it. Just turn off Symmetry again. And get back to Designer Persona to the pixel. And let's get straight into question 1, which is from Nikki. And it says, been a while since we last looked at Symmetry and they need a recap. So that's cool. So let's get into Symmetry. Starting off with what is Symmetry? Asegma. So Symmetry is when the screen copies what you do to another part of the screen. So in that example, it's like a mirrored image from one to the other. So you need to draw half the face and it draws the other half. So it's basically like a time slave thing, not strictly to Affinity. It's on numerous ones now, numerous art programs. Hey Regina. Hey Bella. Hey Rene. All coming at once. Hi. So where was I? Oh yeah, getting to the where. So with this, we're going to be going to the Pixel Persona, which you can see here. And then that's just a brief sort of demo of what you'll see in the top bar. So the first one is to enable Symmetry. Then that's not good enough. So you need to probably enable mirror if you want that. Then you pick how many lines of Symmetry you want. Oh, bye Renee. That was a quick visit. Yeah, so you pick how many lines of Symmetry, and then you lock it to keep you from accidentally moving the line, which I'll demonstrate. And what's next? So how it's done. So this is what I'm saying. You enable Symmetry, but by default, you'd actually see this kind of thing. So it's like, kind of like when you see a pack of playing cards. So you do the top half, it does the bottom half. So that's what happens just with Symmetry enabled. Then you can move that line, by the way. So that's like it shows straight up and down. And to get the card, you'd put it left, right. So in our second one, this is enable the mirror. So you've enabled Symmetry and mirror, and now it will be more what you're looking for. So you draw one side, it draws the other, like you see in our little sword example there. The next one is how many lines, and depending on up to 16 how many lines, you can get all sorts of interesting patterns like mandalas and that kind of thing. Just looking at your comment, we have a storm moving in. Oh no. So if I don't see you, then I know. So the last one is to lock the line in place. Now in the very center of the line, you'll see a little square. That means it's still active and you can move that line. But if it's locked, that square disappears, and then you can't move that line whatsoever, which is dead handy, as you'll see. So that is the 4 main stages of the symmetry, and I'm just showing you some examples of stuff that I've made with symmetry. So this was with the 5 lines enabled, so a nice little icicle. That's the sword that we've seen on the other example, so that's just mirrored. Then we got mirrored again, but just showing you that you can do more than one color. So I've used yellow for the top and grey for the bottom. And then this one, it's actually an 8-way mandala. So I've used different colors so you can see it a bit better. But you'll see how you can use this for all sorts of patterns. Very cool one. So there's going to be lots of me drawing live tonight, so we'll see how that goes. So let's start another example and turn these off. And what we'll do, we'll add a pixel layer just here, and then we'll go to pixel persona. And as you can see, that little panel is at the top, just here. The first one is just to enable symmetry. Now I'm not sure if you can see that line. It's very tiny, I can't zoom in, but you can see the little dot there as well. And then all you can do is move that line anywhere you like, and it will symmetry the other side of that line. Just put that back. Hopefully straight. Back there. Now then, let me just show you an example and what we're using. The sketcher brush, and it's on 200. Yeah, I think that should be good. So, give an example of non-mirrored. So, if I draw up here, little arrow, you'll see it draws down there. So that's probably not what you're after, but that is what it does as such. So going back, just getting rid of that arrow, you can then enable the mirror, and this is usually what you'd want. So whatever you draw, oh no, see what I mean about not locking the line? So you just stop that. You see that little box in the middle? If I click the lock, that line will not have the box, and then no matter what you do, you can't move that line anymore. And that's pretty much how you want it. So let's start by drawing something in symmetry. We'll go with Akai as an example. This is very good for doing ears, like when you can't level them out exactly. Just gonna do his little face like that, and trying to think how it goes. This is from memory Akai mind. Just like that. Then he's got his little nose. He's got his big mouth. His little tongue. And he's got sort of eyebrows up here. But he's also got little eyebrows up here. Probably not coming across. The inner ear as well. So that'd be that. And then he's got his little ear fluffs, which probably too thick of a pen to do that. And then you'd go, oh, I haven't finished his face bit because he's got two little lines that go down. And not only can you draw, what went wrong? Bobby. Is there a Bobby? Hey, Bobby! Let's go. I haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you. So, no matter what you do on the outside line, oh yeah, it's been a year. Some good, some bad. All okay. Good. Glad to have you back, man. Yeah, so even if you're erasing, you'll see that it erases both sides. Like that. Just getting his little fluffs. So, not very good. Okay. It's hard doing it live, and there's no reference. And then his eyes, like that, and then got the eyes itself. Now you don't want symmetry on for the eye shines because they've got to be the same side. So I would turn symmetry off this bit. Go back into the eraser and just put his little eye shines, say there, and there. There we go. Give him a little bit on his nose as well. Looks more like a rat than a guy, but okay. Never mind. So anyway, showing you more examples. So this turn that one off and just go back into another pixel layer. There we go. And let's go for more lines this time. So you've got the lines here, but you can enable more and disable more by literally going up line. So let's try 5. Yeah, 5. I'm not sure. It's still on mirror mode. Show you what happens in non-mirror mode. That's like, oh yeah, and there's that thing again. So you need to lock before you draw. I always forget. Did I even click on? No, I was still on the razor. That's what it was. So that's not what I wanted. So I have to increase. I think that is on 5. No. 6. Try 6. So 6 makes 5. Very confusing. Okay, Vinny. Never mind. So let's make blue and put the pen down quite a bit to maybe 50. And let's draw the article. So let's go, and we want to go up here and out again, and up to a little ball on the end, and then join out like this. Okay, good enough. You get the point. So that's in mirror mode on multiple lines. So let's go turn that off and make another pixel layer, and I'll show you what happens like mirror. Just there, turn it off. Not sure if you know covers on. Oh yeah, that's a good point, Bobby. I forgot that we haven't seen for that long. We've moved to Discord, there is a link. I think is in the description. If not, I'll put it on the screen later. And it'd be good to see you there. So this is what happens when you don't have mirror. You've probably seen this effect before. Just never knew exactly what it was. So they kind of move in that one direction. Well, very cool. It's a bit delayed on mine. Still going. So that's that one. Let's pick another pixel layer. Let's change the drawing back to red. I like red as a sketching. So let's go 200. And let's go back to one layer, but mirrored. And let's draw something else. So for example, that sword that we've seen, we come out like this, down like that, and then out here and down. Makes it very easy, as you've seen, and down like this. Just like that. And to make the blade look nice, you can even draw down the middle, like so. There we go. One very cartoon sword. What are examples? Turn that one off. Add another pixel there. Or let's go for something. Let's see. I would like a reference of one because I've got no idea what one looks like. But yeah, let's go for a big cat. So we start off with his nose here, like this. Going into muzzle bit, just here. Yep, just there. I think I'm gonna run out of room. Then goes down his nose, just there. And his eyes are kind of like almond shaped, like this. Yeah, kind of like that. It's a lot thinner than it looks on here, but you get the point. I'm gonna totally run out of room, so just shrink that down a bit. Put it back in the middle, and go back to join. So let's go for the rest of the head. Let's go around here and down here. Something like that. And you got his ears here. But his main is highly I'll do. Right close enough. Yeah, I think I'll leave it there because I'll ruin it. I'm just reading your comment, Bobby. Nice line. It is a very derpy line, but okay. Just showing you examples of things that you could make with symmetry. Reading your comments. mainly lurk in the background. Yeah, you prefer Telegram. A lot of people did, and I'm starting to see why, especially with uploading stuff to it, because it has all sorts of limits on it, which is very annoying. But I think a lot more people use Discord, so I'm hoping they'll even itself out kind of thing. So, was there? I think that was it. So, unless anyone wants more examples, oh, I'll tell you what I could do, and that is turn that one off and make a new pixel layer, and make this like a way. We're still on lock, still on mirror. That's all good. And we're gonna use a slightly different brush, the small one. And we're gonna increase it slightly, so maybe 40. And then we're gonna use, I think, blue for a star. So I'm gonna try and make a cool mandala. Not that I can make cool things like this. And we're gonna change color. Let's go with a bit of orange. All that. And change the color again to red. And let's go on this direction. There we go. That is the white colored mandala. Is there? I can't think of any other examples. So put them in the chat if you want them. Just waiting for chat to catch up. But whilst we're doing that, I'll just show you. I'll turn off symmetry stuff and just show you. Go back to design mode actually. So the challenge this time? No, okay. Yeah, the challenge usually is just whatever I've used. Does symmetry also work for vector? It doesn't. I have shown this very recently, but I will show it again. I'll come back to the challenge. Let's go back to examples. Here. Let's try doing it better. What you need to do is use symbols. So, let's create the line so you can see what I mean. And let's make that black. Let's make it solid. So what we want is to mirror it just like we were with the pixel. So what you do is you make something a symbol. So let's go with the shape. Make it blue. Doesn't really matter. Why didn't I go blue? That's very odd. There we go. So I don't know why these are in there. It's very odd. Just gonna delete these. So symbols on a PC, you go I think it's Window Studio symbols or something like that. Somewhere around there to get to the same menu. So we make that a symbol. So on here we just go add symbol, just like this. But now we're gonna add another one. put it this side. To get it mirrored though, we have to flip it horizontal. And now, whatever we do to one will happen to the other, just like symbols would do. So if I go to that rectangle and we'll just move one side, and you see the other side moving. Cool. Get that mirror effect. But in vector, it's kind of like a workaround because it doesn't really happen in vector, but they find a way. But if I turn that off, so it disappears, and then just go to vector pencil and draw something this side, you'll see it happens on the other side, just like we were again with the pixel. But this one is all vector, so you see the nodes there, and if I pull one, it happens on the other side, just like that. It's kind of like a workaround. You can do multiple ones. Say, if you wanted to do like the mandala, for example, you would just make multiple symbols, like 8 of them, the circle, and do exactly the same as what I just showed you here. But I did show this in depth. I think it was a couple of weeks ago, something like that. It's on another life, exactly how to do that. I'll just leave that one there. Turn it off and go back to where we're to the challenge. That line. Yeah, so the challenge is anything that I've done in this lesson. Just show me your example of doing it. That would be welcome. I'll show it off in the next live. So speaking of which, we then get the entries. And for entries last week, we had one from Maverick, which I'll just show you now. So this was in relation to constraints that we did last time. And I'll just find it. It's there. So this is a little video example of him using constraints, which is very cool. So thank you very much, Maverick. As you can see, as he pulls it, one stays to the left, one stays to the right. Perfect. That's exactly what we went through on constraints. Just go back through that again. So you need correct video. So you just move that Maverick sign, and then if you're putting it on a different screen, you've got say the size was going on to an iPad from a phone, then this would happen automatically. So not what you see here as in showing you what it is, but it would just automatically go to the right size. But with the constraints done properly like this, one would stay on the left and the other stays on the right. So congratulations, Maverick, for that. Very cool. The other thing that we like to do is to go through people in the club on the Discord, whatever they've done this week. So it doesn't have to be the challenge. It could just be anything at all, any kind of arts. As you'll see, there's other stuff as well. So we start off again with Maverick, and as you can see, this is his latest one. So he made this clock, looks like old, like that kind of thing. he replicated an old poster here. He did a bike chain just there, and extra strong glue. I like all the shading on that one, so it looks like it's actually there. You know what I mean? Around that lid. Very nice. The other thing he done is this. Now, 10 points to you can tell me what this is called. You see them in airports usually, but the actual technology used, there is a reason. So before my strike, the airplane schedule board, kinda, I guess that's what is actually called departure board, but the technology that moves the letters and numbers is called a split flap, and it's a lot more detailed than it looks. But the reason why I know this is because before my strike, this is what I used to repair. So I I used to be the person that changed all those letters and things to make it work. So whenever you were delayed, I would be the one showing you, like, or making it say delayed. So sorry about that. But fun fact about me. But yeah, Mavericks very good, as you can see. So that's Mavericks one. And then we go on to Bella. Now Bella is not drawings as such, but it's another kind of art. She makes bags. So as you can see, there's some very good, colorful bags here. A few of them, as you've seen there. Oh, I think I'm muted. Just go back. So you might know her as Boss Lady in the forums, but it's our Bella. She's the mod that you see in the chat right now. Very cool. Very good work. Congratulations. So, asking questions. This is the how to ask. You can ask directly in the chat. You can ask in the comments after the video. You can ask. We have like a special section that's called Q&A in our Discord community. You can ask on the Facebook. There's links to them both there, both in the description, but both QR right there. That is how to ask your own question that I try and answer. I can either answer directly to yourself, or we feature it on a live, as you've seen now. And the way we do that is we have one of these every week. So it's the weekly Q&A, I call it. There's another link to our Discord there. A few of them actually. But yeah, we do this UK time, 7 o'clock every Thursday. Any questions that you like, and we try and answer them. Doesn't have to be on Affinity, can be anything, within reason. Something that I know something about that might help, and I will try and answer it. So that brings us to, oh no, I think I am on it. So I'm on the right screen. Yeah, cool. So that leaves us to any questions in the chat, and I'll try and answer them. just leave a second because I know I delayed it is. You've gone out, learn some. Yeah, so if I get asked a question that I didn't know, I will go try and find you an answer. That's usually what I do. And then try and get back to you on it. So, any questions? Or I think I'll call it here for another week. Just waiting for the chat to catch up, which we appreciate. Thank you, Teek. I really did not use Affinity. It just saves you time depending on what you're drawing. So you've seen a few examples there. But yeah, generally I don't use it either. But if you're doing a straight on face, say, then you can use it to level up eyes, ears, that kind of thing. So it's very cool. Yeah, thank you very much, Kevin. I will see you in the next one.
Paint strokes hit the screen like a heartbeat. Teek Fox in the zone, can't skip a beat. Tutorials blaze and they spark the art. Digital canvas, when a legend starts.